This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Here at Blue Apron, we know exactly how hectic school nights can be. That's why we created Assemble and Bake. Delicious one-pan meals that make family dinner simple. Just assemble the pre-chopped ingredients and put the pan in the oven to bake. Then you're free to help out with that last-minute diorama. Shop Assemble and Bake at BlueApron.com. Get 50% off your first 2 orders with code APRON50. Terms and conditions apply. Visit BlueApron.com/terms for more.
It's almost President's Day, and this year I've got a winning strategy for saving big. I'm skipping the phony sales and instead scoring everyday low prices on my favorite pieces from Bob's Discount Furniture. When I shop Bob's, I get more of what I love. More style, more storage, more comfort, more choices, even more years on that precious mattress warranty. All for a fraction of the cost of what you pay at other stores. So this President's Day weekend, stop in or shop online and see how much more you can save when you dare to compare at Bob's.
From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, don't worry about me, I called ART.
Traffic.
There are several wrecks now on I-135. The first is northbound just before K96, and it's causing a backup to 21st Street. And heading southbound, there's an accident on I-135 just past 37th Street, and another just south of K96. From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, that's your Odyssey Wichita traffic.
Weather.
Mostly sunny skies will turn mostly cloudy today. South winds 5 to 10 and a high of 44. We'll clear things out tonight. We dip down to 29. About the same on Tuesday. Sunny start, then lots of clouds to finish. A little bit warmer, high of 47. 43 on Wednesday, but get ready for highs in the 50s on Thursday and Friday. That's your forecast from Storm Team 12. I'm meteorologist Jake Dunn.
Basically, get out of the way.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick.
First thing I thought of when I was told this, and even said this back to the voter, I go, well, what's this mean for Tom Brady? And he goes, I didn't even think of that. I said, well, be consistent. Now, are you going to vote for Belichick next year? If you didn't vote for him this year, so you're going to say, I'm holding him accountable. Don't vote for him ever again.
The Dan Patrick Show, middays from 11 until 2 on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Dude, you gotta hear this.
Go ahead. I think I want to hear this.
Sports Daily is on KFH.
Welcome back in, everybody, here to Sports Daily. Jacob Albracht, TJ Cleveland. Glad to be joined now by Wichita State head men's basketball coach Paul Mills for a weekly visit. Coach, we appreciate you being here. Glad you guys made it back home safely. Tough one at Tulsa. I think I would guess that I would know if I asked you what made you the most angry on that game. Would it be rebounding? That would be my guess. I didn't expect it. Did when you guys were planning for that? How good a rebound? Let me ask it to you this way: how good a rebounding team is Tulsa normally?
Well, first, let me say thank you for being here. Two, you would be wrong on your assessment. My greatest anger comes from losing. And so third, we've only been out rebounded twice all year. Both of them have resulted in losses. Florida Atlantic, I counted as a loss. We weren't on the plus side. And then we were even with those guys, and then St. Mary. So we're 20th in the country in rebound margin. They're 24th, Tulsa. Okay. So they're a good rebounding team. So it's you had 2 top 25 rebounding teams going at it, and to be -9 is a little surprising. But you can't get caught up too much in the numbers simply because one, there weren't a lot of rebounding opportunities for us if you're going to let somebody shoot 72% in the second half. So, and then if you're only shooting 40%, the rebound opportunities are greater for the opposition than they were for us. But again, you can't go 17 of 20 from 2. And I think we were so conscientious about taking away the 3 that we were so spread out. And you could tell that they were trying to get some cross matches and attack cross matches. And they did. And we kind of dug ourselves a hole and went through a spell there where we just couldn't get the lid off the basket and be able to make shots. And then at the same time, you combine that with their ability not only to finish around the rim on account of our extension, but at the same time being able to limit us to one shot. So there's a lot there that kind of plays into it.
We got TJ on a mute, Coach, so I'm going to ask you the next one. So you get into a game against Tulsa, who's been very good offensively all year. What kinds of things? Because, I kind of look at this, I think a lot of fans do. Like, that's a team you very well could play, in a conference tournament. That's a team that, could be the top team. Like, who knows? But when you see an offense like that, what can be done differently than what you guys did? What's the learning opportunity, I guess, defensively when you play a high-level offense like that?
Yeah, I just thought in the second half there was just not the level of physicality via the cuts. You can watch them come off of screens, and to be honest with you, they're initiating the contact instead of us. And we weren't getting into cuts like we needed to. And so it led to a lot of easy opportunities for those guys around the rim. The 2.5 hour bus ride back, we were able to show a lot of film to guys individually. And again, I just thought our lack of physicality, and it wasn't as noticeable in the first half. There was a lot of botched pick and rolls, and it allowed David Green to get going. If you look, he goes, he's shooting 57% from 3 coming into the game. And at 6'7", we already knew the problems that caused. But 3 for 3 in the first half, and we just botched some pick and roll coverages early, and then they get the offensive rebound late. And again, you're going to have. I just thought that there were tip dunks that we just normally we're usually the ones exerting the physicality. And to be honest with you, I just thought that's what they did.
Sorry for the technology issues there. My microphone has not been awake since 3 a.m. like you, Coach. It's awake now. We're back and we're going. In the middle 8 of this game is the thing that kind of stood out to me. We talked a lot about Tulsa's offense. You talked a lot about Tulsa's offense going into this game. As you find yourself, whatever it may be, under 4 in the first half per se. Did you kind of see that this one was going to head that way, that there's going to be a lot of points scored in this game? And is that something that, you likely probably didn't want to do against the Tulsa offense?
Well, they've only been held under 83 times. And so, they're a really potent offensive team simply because of the gravity that they present on account of their ability to shoot the ball. And then, as I mentioned, they're the top 3 in the country at free throws percentage, but they get to the free throw line. You can see teams that make free throws, but they don't necessarily get there. They get there. So, there was a lot to be concerned with, but, we have to go back. You have to look in the mirror. The truth is you can get better from losses. That's kind of what the league does is you go through, you figure out the things you've got to course correct, and you can get better. And so just knowing that, we're on the back 9 of this conference slate, and we're in the thick of things. We're 2 games out, and the teams that are in front of us, Charlotte and Tulsa, we'll get to play these guys in Coke Arena. And we're in the thick of it. We're going to need some help somewhere, but I also know that just being able on the back 9 to have 5 home games versus 4 road games, that's better than what we just experienced on the front 9. So we can get better during losses, and we'll get better from this one.
I think, from an outside perspective, I think the team is continuing to get better, and it is strange. You bring up the conference. If you get just a tiny bit of help, in theory, like if Tulsa and Charlotte lose one other game, I don't know all the tiebreakers, but you guys kind of control your destiny still here a little bit. It's been a strange year. Every night when you look at the AAC standings, it's like, whoa, look, Memphis lost tonight, or Memphis beat, FAU, or whatever it is. It's just like it's every night, it seems like. So, are the guys feeling that? I'm sure that they are. The opportunity is just as big as it was with or without the Tulsa win.
Yeah, I've mentioned this before that I couldn't be a football coach just because I wouldn't do well with waiting a week after a loss. Like you're anxious to get back out there. So for us, it's approximately 48 hours, and you kind of will go in and go through the film and do everything today. Tomorrow will be a prep day, and then Wednesday we get to tip it off again. So we'll come back. I do believe the conference is wide open. It's the most. This isn't necessarily the right word, but I know my colleagues, other coaches in the league, call it the most poached league in the country. It is. We've got the American for 6 consecutive years has more transfers than anybody. And so what happens is everybody's dealing with new teams. So you may think but you don't know. And so you're going into this. And I think that given the current climate that you're going to kind of see like wide open races. And this is wide open. I think the conference, whoever wins this league, and I honestly believe it'll be us, that whoever wins this league is going to finish with, I know Ken Palm projects 5 losses, but I think that's probably what you're looking at. So our margin for error isn't great, but we do have opportunities here to get better and play teams that are ahead of us currently in the standings at home.
American is the most poached league in every single sport, I think. Look at football. Every Power 5 coach came from the American, it feels like. Perfect example of what you just said here. The next game, Charlotte. You look back at the Charlotte game that you've spoken at length about, that overtime game, double overtime game. Back then, we were like, what is Charlotte? Nobody has any idea. As we look now, Charlotte's one of the best teams in the conference as well. How much weight do you put on the game that you had in Charlotte? Do you take things away from that going into this one?
A lot. Yeah. Quite a bit. Unfortunately, I have to relive that experience just when you go back and you watch the film. And again, I thought we learned quite a bit from that, just in regards to how to manage a game and the things that are necessary that your players can kind of take away. The truth is we're a bit of a different team than what that was, and I think for the better. And so I think there's a lot to be taken away from it. And the truth is that Charlotte has really good players, and they've done a good job. But it's we'll be ready and we'll be prepared for Wednesday night.
Just real quick, help us understand, because Ken Palm doesn't like Charlotte very much. Their record doesn't care what Ken Palm thinks, obviously. What is it that they do that's not jumping off like the metrics screen? How have they been able to find success if it's not the traditional ways?
Yeah, I would tell you that, one, they had a rough non-conference just due to some injuries and some players not being there. So Ken doesn't factor in injury. So you could, he does a good job, but what happened to that game? Well, if you're missing your 3 best players, you may not end up on the right side of it. It could be a blowout, which is going to mess up your metrics as well. All that to say, Dzane Mingo, who had 29 and 10 against us the first time, is a really good player. And when he is out there navigating pick and roll, they have a 7'2" player in Bonke that you have 2 guys who are elite in pick and roll that they spread you out with Conyers and Harrison, who are both 42% 3-point shooters. So when you have a point guard at 6'4" who can see the floor and he gets the opportunity to throw to a 7'2" guy in Bonke and then 2 40% shooters alongside of him, you're kind of navigating a world that, all right, pick your poison here. And one of the great things about basketball is it's an art. Like, there isn't this pick and roll coverage that works 1,000,000% of the time. Otherwise, we wouldn't really like the game. If you do this, you can pretty much squelch the opposition. So there's a lot of changes that have to be made during the course of a game, but they have really good shooters with an elite 1-5 combination.
Okay. We're looking forward to it. Looking forward to Koch Arena Wednesday night. It's a split week, so it's Wednesday night at home, and then another Sunday game. Just a little appetizer for the Super Bowl is all, Coach. You guys will be done in time maybe to...
is next Sunday the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it is. It's this coming Sunday, yeah.
You guys
I'm clueless.
You guys have played on Super Bowl Sunday for like 3 years straight,
Yeah,
I feel like.
It's like it's a tradition now.
TJ, you know our record. What is it?
Oh, what was it? You won last year. You were at South Florida last year, I think. You won that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So go for 2 in a row at least.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I like it. I mean, you're sitting around. It's like, okay, when is 5:30 going to get here? And you've got the Puppy Bowl and you've got Shocker basketball to get you there. It's great.
That's right.
All right. Well, hopefully Shocker faithful will be in a good mood going into the Super Bowl, regardless of who you're going for. So
there you go.
That's right, Coach. We appreciate it. We'll see you guys Wednesday night.
Yep.
Here goes Wichita State Edmonds basketball coach Paul Mills. We'll get into that game a little bit more in the second hour. The energy, like this, again, the thing that I've liked about this team this year is they feel like a team that probably can't wait to play Tulsa again.
Do you know how, I don't know if refreshing is the right word, how good it feels to have a head coach saying that we are going to win this league, like in February, which obviously, we haven't had that in a couple of years.
They're good enough to do it. They are. They had a bad defensive game. First one in a while. Kind of the same thing as KU, honestly. We'll be right back.
This is 97.5 and 1240 KFH, Wichita, K248CY Wichita, KNSS HD2 Clearwater, and Odyssey Sports Station.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
This is attorney Omid Azari from Azari Law. If you've been injured in an accident and feel like no one is fighting for you, it's time to fight back. Call Azari Law at 888-828-HURT. Just with one call, you can put a proven legal team on your side. Azari Law has been serving the DMV for over 15 years, proudly fighting for our local community. I was born and raised right here in the DMV, and my team is made up of experienced, reputable local attorneys dedicated to fighting for injury victims just like you. Follow us on all social platforms at azari.law. That's AZARI.LAW. Don't wait, don't settle. Fight back with Azari Law. With offices in Maryland, D.C., and Virginia, my team and I are ready to stand up for you. Call 888-828-HURT. That's 888-828-HURT. And let us fight back for you.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Presented by T-Mobile, the official wireless partner of Odyssey Sports. With an awesome network and great savings, there's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit your neighborhood store to make the switch today.
We're a few weeks into the new year, and I want to check in. How are those lifestyle resets going? Maybe you're tightening up your exercise routine, finally learning that new skill, or attempting to eat a bit healthier. We all know that starting the year strong is a lot easier and much more delicious when you have the right fuel. That's where Omaha Steaks come in. Stay satisfied, keep your energy up, and fuel your daily routine with premium portion proteins delivered right to your door. Omaha Steaks have been America's original butcher since 1917. We're talking about 5 generations of uncompromising quality, backed by an unconditional 100% money-back guarantee. Their variety is unmatched. From handcrafted USDA-certified tender steaks to gourmet burgers, seafood, and versatile chicken, every steak is perfectly aged to maximize tenderness and hand-cut by master butchers. Let Omaha Steaks deliver high-quality proteins right to your door. Visit omahasteaks.com and get an extra $35 off with promo code T-Bone at checkout. That's OMAHA steaks.com. Promo code T-Bone. Terms apply. See site for details.